Lamar Jackson did it again. I mean, how many times are you going to talk about this guy? This is why I picked him to be the MVP this year before the season started. Am I lying, Rob G? Am I lying, Alex?
Never.
I'm not lying, TJ. I said it. And the thing that's been impressive, 3 games where they've come back from double digits to win. And then don't forget that a miracle game in Detroit, which I was at, where he completed a 4th and 29 to set up the big field goal, and they won that game they had no business winning. All he's done this year has been double-digit comebacks. The Baltimore Ravens came back from 14 down for their 34-31 overtime win over the Vikings. And Lamar became the first quarterback this season to deliver 3 double-digit comebacks, doing it against the Chiefs. You remember that? Down by 11 in the fourth quarter. The Colts and the Vikings. And this comes after Jackson was, TJ, 0 for 6 as a starter in his first 3 seasons, including the playoffs when he was trailing by 10. You remember? All the talk was, if he don't get out in front of you, he can't come back because he can't throw you back into a game. Remember that?
I remember that.
Yes. Where are those people? And down 24-10 to the Vikings, Jackson completed 79% of his passes in the second half. 19 for 24, 201 yards after connecting on just 47% in the first half. And Jackson also became, on Sunday, TJ, the first quarterback in NFL history with multiple games of 100 yards rushing and 3 touchdown passes. So this has been an incredible run this year. I said it before the season, and I'll say it now. He's the MVP of the NFL with the way that they've had these improbable comebacks and the type of games that he's won. What do you say, TJ, about what you've seen from him and his progress to think that this guy won a unanimous MVP when people didn't think he was only half a player and he couldn't really throw, and now look at what he's done this year?
Lamar Jackson is uber talent. He's an uber talent. And it's funny because he does it differently than what we're used to. And so when that's the case is we got Lamar figured out. The league is caught up to Lamar. Lamar just laughing like, catching up to me. I'm going to show y'all. And so the way it just seems like every time the Baltimore Ravens step on the field, does not matter who they play, you believe they're going to win or they have a great chance at winning the game. And it's because of Lamar Jackson. He's throwing the ball better. Obviously, you know, the ability and his running ability is through the roof, best we've ever seen from any quarterback. He's going to shatter and break every record the National Football League has seen from a quarterback position as far as running the ball. But the way he's throwing it this year has been better. Can he continue to be consistent? And then, you know, they lose to the Bengals, and the Bengals pretty much shut them down.
Oh, they kicked their butt. That was a butt whooping, right? Butt whooping.
Yeah, and it's one of those, you go, see, there you go with Lamar. Lamar's like any other young quarterback. He just wins more than them. You're going to have a lot of good games. You're going to have some bad ones sprinkled in there. But they got to put this in perspective. When Lamar loses, don't start, we told you in the playoffs you can't do this. Keep that same energy. Lamar Jackson is a top 5 quarterback in the league. He's just doing it different than what we're used to. But when they bring up who's the best QBs in the league,
they don't mention him. He's not mentioned.
They don't mention Lamar Jackson ever.
No.
Oh, he's a good runner. When you say who are the best quarterbacks in the National Football League, Lamar Jackson's name needs to come out your mouth.
Absolutely. He's got to be in the top 5, top 4, whatever you want to put him, because you're right. He's different. It's okay to be different. And here's a great quote from Ravens linebacker Patrick Queen on Jackson. Quote, "He's a fighter and he's a finisher. They try to label him. They try to just say everything they can about him because they know what type of person he is, right? And they don't know how good he is and how scary he is. People can throw the labels at him all they want. He came back, 3 times this year? So hats off to him, controlling our offense, getting a ball to the guys, and making the plays, end quote. And he's right. He's right. There aren't that many quarterbacks who can do that. TJ, you played in the league. Sometime when you're down, it's over. Am I right? Over for most quarterbacks.
It's not easy. And playing a quarterback position, and he's using his legs a lot, so fatigue might set in a little sooner. What he's doing is remarkable, and we need just get used to it. It's different because we're not used to this, because you have certain general managers that when he came out, he's a receiver, I wouldn't draft him. And then they'll make every excuse of why he's playing well, instead of just saying, I was wrong. I was wrong.
Right.
And so Lamar, as of now, I mean, people, Josh Allen was the MVP and he was playing really well.
Yeah, okay.
This might be the season where it's up for grabs. And right now, I would say Kyler Murray was at the top, but Lamar Jackson. I
got my 2 guys. I want to hear.
At
give
the
me your
top
2.
of that, it's Lamar Jackson is 1, and up until yesterday, it was I had Matthew Stafford number 1, Josh Allen 2, but after yesterday, it's Lamar 1. It doesn't matter who's under him, because it would have been Derrick Henry, but he's not going to play the rest of the season, and so it's Lamar's to lose.
I had Lamar and Aaron Rodgers, and because of the type of wins that Green Bay has had, they beat an undefeated Arizona team on the road, undermanned. They won that game in San Francisco when he had 37 ticks left on the clock. That to me is an MVP. Those are the kind of games, not just stuffing stats against bad teams, but winning big games when they matter and having to pull them out. So those are my 2 guys. And here's the other point I want to make. We were talking about how hard it is to win. It's the second time this season that Jackson rallied Baltimore from a 14-point hole in the second half. He did it also in a 31-25 win over the Colts on Monday Night Football. But in Coach John Harbaugh's 13 seasons in Baltimore, the Ravens were 2-35 when they were down by at least 2 touchdowns. That's how hard it is to come back and win.
Wow.
What does that say? In 13 years, there were 2-35 coming into the season.
Lamar, the Ravens they're a top of the line organization, top of the line. You can't even recall the Ravens having a bad season, like in recent memory. They're competitive every single year. They lose guys, they reload, they get the right guys in the system, they coach them up, they're good. That's what they do.
Yeah, no. They are one of the elite franchises and organizations, and they're always in the mix. But Lamar has put it on another level. And I think when you think about what this kid has done, and as you said, they figured him out. All you got to do is put an extra man in the box and a spy, TJ. Isn't that how you're supposed to stop him? Right? Put a spy there. Make sure that he doesn't leave the pocket. If you do that and you force him to throw, you'll beat them. Oh, he can't come back. He's got to play from ahead. If he falls behind and they got to pass the ball, right? Because when you fall behind, you can't run, TJ, right? The clock is ticking. You're down by 2 scores. You have to pass the ball. So what happened? How come they haven't been able to stop him? He's been a monster in second halves, down by 2 scores.
Man, I'm just sitting here thinking, like, you just kind of go through games when he's played bad and all we told you he's going to have to throw the ball. This is not going to work long. This is not going to last long. He's here. It's just a different day and age when it comes to quarterbacking in the NFL. Lamar, he's changed the game. There's so many quarterbacks that came before Lamar that had to switch positions because they were never given an opportunity.
They wanted him to. Don't you remember Bill Polian said on ESPN he should try out for wide receiver? Do you remember?
That's who I was referring to earlier, a general manager that said he should be. That's who I was referring to.
Yeah, Bill Polian, right. I mean, think about that. They went from that. That's a Hall of Fame general manager, right, Bill Polian. And he's talking about that guy should be a wide receiver, and he was a unanimous MVP at quarterback. Can you imagine that?
And just think, I truly believe that's why he didn't want to run the 40. He knew he was going to blaze the 40. He was going to blaze it.
And it was going to make him stuck in a spot that he didn't want to be in.
They were going to say, oh, we can't have no quarterback playing at this position with that type of speed. I'm not even going to run the 40. It's a good thing because now he's going to open the doors. He's given other quarterbacks with big speed an opportunity just to play that position because in years past, you were going straight to receiver. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
No doubt.